So my mom, we're talking about moving her out to Asheville about 3 years ago. I have 3 children. I firmly believe in multi-generational living, and we really just wanted to be closer. And so we felt the tiny home model was low on the environmental impact, close living, and I really do believe it takes a village. And so that was our inspiration 3 years ago in 2017.
I had been living in Santa Fe, New Mexico for 30 years. And one time on the phone, Zach said to me with such a sweet voice, he says, "Mom, I want you closer." And so that was really the sentence that motivated me to really kick myself into gear, to move. They came out to Santa Fe and packed me up and brought me to Asheville. What's important for me here is really to be with my grandchildren and watch them go through so many various stages of growth and to participate with that.
Our original project was a tiny home, detached in the backyard, 380 square feet. There was another project we did which was a tiny home, and we wanted to kind of preserve as much as the backyard as possible, and so we did a lofted concept of a tiny home, and it was great. We designed it with the interior spiral staircase with an open loft plan, and Mom created a pretty decent sized kitchen.
One of the charming things with living so close is the children come down to my house and have tea. They'd come down sometimes. Mayor would come down in the winter wearing his pajamas with his slippers, and I'd say, "Oh, aren't you cold?" "No, no." So I give them tea, and so we sit and we talk and tell some stories, and then they run back up in their pajamas to their house. And so it's the closeness is really, I find, wonderful.
So the current project we're working on is a garage conversion, which is considered an attached ADU or accessory dwelling unit. And after going through a couple of prior projects, this iteration was the most economical. The projection of completion of projects from design period of maybe 5 to 7 weeks to breaking ground to completion, we're looking about 9 months. And that also just depends on the area that you're building, how busy are your subs, and also now, are there any supply chain interruptions just based on where the world is now. For one of the other projects, we worked with a local tiny home company. They definitely understand conceptually how to build smart, intelligent space at that micro level. For this current project that we have here, also a local builder of Asheville, he's been building for about 20 years. And I think the benefit of local in that respect is the crew. That's the true value of working with a professional, because they can bring in all of that talent. And the true benefit when both the real estate and the construction business is so busy is working with professionals that are local and that already have a crew and a team. He and I have really designed it from the get-go, and this is definitely the first time I haven't necessarily used a designer independent of a builder. I think what I've learned over multiple projects is the more you design up front, the better the transition into the project into completion will be. I did a home equity line of credit on the home, so kind of reinvesting the equity that's in this house. Utilizing existing space like this attached ADU and converting the garage. The budget is somewhere between $45,000 and $50,000. The tiny home model can really work for creating some long-term sustainable housing solutions for our local community. And also, as someone who is, interested in investing in real estate and potentially having sustainable rental income, it's a good source. Really, our projects have been solely on how do we bring family together? How do we allow some of our younger kiddos and so forth to be raised by, more than just your nuclear family. And so I think for us, that's been, the most important focal point. And I see myself probably doing it again, so.